Oh, y'all want to watch this? Lucifer is not Satan. Stop confusing them. Now, one thing about me is I love mythology. I love learning about lore. I love learning how things start. Even though mythology isn't real, it's still interesting to me and it piques my interest. So let's check this shit out.
Same, with both names representing the complete and total archetype of evil. In fact, this misconception runs
Let me
so
go
deep
back.
that the names are...
He said something important.
Most people today believe that Lucifer and Satan are one and the same, with
No.
both names representing the complete and total archetype of evil. In fact, this misconception runs so deep that the names are regularly used interchangeably in books, movies, and even sermons.
No, I think like Satan is like strictly like, I don't know, like Abrahamic religious, and I feel like Lucifer is like more of a mythological thing or something. I don't know. I know like Lucifer is like a whole bunch of names like Morning Star and stuff like that. That's why I'm assuming he's like mythological. I cannot see that word, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But, that's why I'm watching this video, so hopefully he can inform me.
But what if I told you that this is actually wrong information? Because in truth, the Bible itself never explicitly identifies Lucifer with Satan. That connection only came later, through centuries of interpretation, translation, and literature. Today,
Oh, so Lucifer is in the Bible. So are they two different people or what?
we're going to be breaking down one of the biggest misconceptions about the so-called father of evil. But before we dive in any further, I want to mention that only 22% of you are subscribed. So if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to support the
Hey, if
channel.
y'all like this video, please subscribe. Like my guy said, his name is Mythology Explained.
Let's dive in. The word Lucifer comes from the Latin lux fere, which means light bringer or morning star. It appears only once in the Bible, in Isaiah 14:12. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. In its
Like
original...
that is such a fucking hard name, Morning Star, because I fell from the heavens. That's why like Morning Star just sticks to my fucking brain, because I fucking love that nigga name. I just love Lucifer and Satan. I'm not on no Satanist shit. I just love the fucking backstory. Like, I tried to rebel against God because God was too perfect and I wanted to be perfect. I love that story.
context, this verse is not talking about the devil at all, but about the arrogant king of Babylon, mocked in a taunt for his pride and downfall. When the Bible was originally translated into Latin, the phrase morning star was rendered as Lucifer, and over time, readers began to see this passage as a description of a celestial being's fall from heaven, and gradually the name Lucifer became linked to the devil. In fact, most modern Bible translations don't even use the word Lucifer anymore. They translate Isaiah 14:12 simply as morning star or day star, highlighting that the verse is...
Oh yeah, I forgot about Daystar. I should have known it. Duh, because Tory Lane's Daystar, that's why it stuck in my head too. I was like, why is this dude named after Lucifer? But then I found out like his dad's name is like, is his dad's name Morning Star? I think one is Daystar and one is Night Star. Or Lunar Star or something like that.
The connection of the word with the devil is more a product of tradition than of scripture itself. This connection was strengthened by early Christian writers like Origen and Tertullian, who interpreted Isaiah allegorically as describing Satan's pride. Over time, other theologians built on that foundation, and by the Middle Ages, the idea that Lucifer was Satan's original angelic name had become widespread. And during the 17th century, John Milton's Paradise Lost cemented it into Western imagination. Milton's Lucifer was proud, tragic, and charismatic, a rebel angel who fell from grace. And from then on, popular culture embraced Lucifer as the devil himself. An interesting fact worth noting is that Jesus himself is called the Morning Star in Revelation 22:16.
It's crazy.
I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright morning star. And this creates an interesting tension, because the same imagery that was applied to a Babylonian king...
Then it looks like Jesus has fucking wings and shit. It is wild.
...to Lucifer is also applied to Christ as a symbol of hope, light, and renewal. This is a perfect example of just how fluid these symbols can be, and how much interpretation plays into their meaning. Okay, so that's Lucifer. But what about Satan? The Hebrew word Satan simply means adversary or accuser. In the Old Testament, the Satan is not a proper name, but
The
a role.
accuser.
In the book of Job, for example, the Satan acts almost like a heavenly prosecutor, questioning...
So Satan means like the accuser. There's the synagogue of Satan mean like the synagogue of accusers, like false people that are going to be accusing people of crimes and stuff.
Righteousness. And in Zechariah 3:1, the Satan stands to accuse Joshua the high priest. These Satans are not described as God's ultimate enemy, but as challengers or testers operating within God's court. And it's only later, particularly in Jewish writings between the Old and New Testaments and in early Christianity, that Satan becomes identified as a singular cosmic opponent, the embodiment of evil itself. So by the time of the New Testament, Satan had become the great tempter and deceiver, testing
I don't know.
Jesus in the wilderness.
I don't think
opposing
the devil is an opponent of God. I feel like God made the devil to give people free will, so people can choose right and wrong. But I don't think they're on the same playing field or the same level.
the apostles and being cast down in Revelation. But here's the key distinction. Lucifer was originally a poetic metaphor for the downfall of a Babylonian king, later reimagined as the name of a proud angel who fell from heaven. Satan, on the other hand, began as a title for an accuser or adversary, and only gradually evolved into the devil we think of today. The merger of the two, Lucifer as Satan's angelic name, was a product of later tradition, not a direct biblical teaching. In the end, the whole Lucifer versus Satan debacle just highlights how beliefs and symbols evolve over time, and how those same symbols are completely...
I mean, I'm understanding most of what he's saying, but it's still kind of confusing. So basically, Lucifer is like a greater entity than Satan. Satan just means you're an accuser, is what he's saying. I think.
vulnerable to interpretation, translation, and, well, imagination. Because while Lucifer and Satan may now be fused together in our culture, the truth is that in scripture, they began as two very different figures. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you enjoy the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to leave your video request down in the comment section below. Until next time.
Hey, I like this video. But like, you want to know what's like the craziest part about this video? Like, I'm taking everything that he says as fact and I'm not fucking researching it. I should probably just research this myself. But I like this. I like stuff like this.